No, I think the current iteration of TED is the bullets. It's like a mastercraft of the bullets dodge the player, and that's the perfect balance for it. It's it instills fear in you, and you have fun while you're doing it. But it's not actually as hard as it looks.
If you let go of the controller,
sometimes you'll still be alive because the bullets are actually dodging the player. But there's
apart from the reflecting bullet.
Apart from that one.
that one's quite brutal.
Yeah, but we wanted to put them in somewhere.
Right.
But there is a little safe area, isn't there?
There's a lot.
Yeah, there are a lot of
safe areas. You have to look for the
safe
safe areas. Yeah.
I think the biggest issue people have with the reflect, actually we're reading a couple of forums, is people always go and try and hide in the water. And I knew people would go and hide in the water. So we specifically made it. I put a couple in there where, if you want to hide in the water, you're going to be in a bit of trouble. Yeah. But no, we wanted to flush you out of there and have you actually face the boss and dodge it out in the open. And it's actually much easier to dodge it out in the open than it is to try and hide in the water. So.
Yeah, well, you don't want to get into any enclosed spaces.
Even behind in the gaps.
You want to keep it in the open spaces.
I mean,
you do.
That's definitely the way to
As anyone who's played the multiplayer will know.
Yeah.
If you played me, especially against me in multiplayer, I always use a reflector shot. And I just wait for the other player to go into a little area, and I just fire a ton of reflective shots in after them, and it just kills them in an instant.
I remember when we had a reflect shot, and there was the old 3-way shot that we were testing. When you took reflect shot, all the 3-way shots would also be reflect shots.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
It's a bit overpowered.
That's fantastic.
Too much. That's too much. Kind of awesome, but too much.
But then so we thought we'd go totally old school and make the controls,
that was
vertical.
So how did that come about?
I'm glad we did that.
Because that was
the best part. I think we were playing around with the Gallagher enemies.
The poop monsters.
And then it was just one afternoon, just like, let's try just hacking the controls off and
then
get some really bad debug speed lines.
Change the inertia on the ship and make it a bit more top scrolling. Give it Dragon Ball Z speed lines in the background. And
it let you do more with the patterns of the the bullet hell, because
the patterns came about after that, because when you can lock the motion in and you have control over the where the player's going to be, then we could change the patterns and craft them to generate different. You have to dodge it to go up and stuff.
It kind of simplified. It helped. It kind of simplified the controls enough so you weren't too overpowered by that.
I like that we stuck at that though. I think originally there was a bit of backlash that was, "What are you doing?"
The first time you pick it up, they're like,
Not from me. I was like, no, go keep pushing in that direction.
We had to get through a producer and a director to get to that. But have people telling us, "What are you doing? This is insane."
I get worried.
You can't just change the controls in the middle of the fight. I think we just did, and it's fun, so we're keeping it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think it worked well.
Yeah, that's the best part. Yeah. And the little Galaga poop monsters, which if you've never lived in Japan, you might not know that the Japanese representation of poop is like kind of a little swirl.
It's like a chocolate.
It's almost like or like whipped cream or like a little swirl. I think
it's because they eat a lot more rice than people in the West. So it's a little bit more liquid.
Are you basing this on any?
No, I think
this is anecdotal.
Why else would the image be so different to the image of poop in the West?
It's true though. It is really different.
I think it is because of the diet. It has to be because of the diet.
I remember seeing a Japanese show one time.
Perpetually in diarrhea.
Thought about this a fair bit.
Well, after you've lived in Japan a while, you do think about poop a lot more than you would normally.
Oh, really? I'm not sure about that, but I did see a Japanese show one time where they asked a Japanese person to draw what poop looks like, and of course they drew that, and then they gave a whiteboard to a foreigner and asked them to draw what poop looks like, and it's like completely different. There's no representative poop drawing in the West.
Well, I had a friend who was delighted to tell me what his poop looked like.
Oh God, I remember you telling me about
this. And he said it looked like shrimp fry.
Delicious.
Like fried shrimp. Heavy fry, yeah.
Wow.
So he said, and we're eating dinner.
Like tempura?
We're eating ebi fry. I think we were actually eating ebi fry, shrimp fry.
It looked just like this.
No, the breadcrumb.
The crumb version, yeah.
And he goes, when about a few years ago, I'm just chopping a bit of the shrimp off, these giant shrimp in breadcrumb.
Oh, God.
And he goes, about a few years ago, I had this
a few years ago
poo, and I looked at it, and it was the exact spitting image shape of fried shrimp.
How do you remember that? That must have really, it must have been a really powerful moment.
I think it was.
To remember it, like
I think it was. I bet he remembers it even now. I should ask him. Yeah.
Oh god. Well, so that was so Andy, who, if you remember last time, was responsible for the dangling bit. Off of the boss 5, was also responsible for the poop monsters, and we like to give Andy, we like to tease him about that because it's pretty funny.
He always slips in a penis
something,
here and there.
Here and there, unintentionally.
Was, it was the old version that was a problem
because it used to have the top head and the bottom head used to actually be exactly the same code.
And
so the way it follows you really aggressively,
it would track you.
It would track you the same, and it just looked
it looked really bad.
Yeah, or good. That's how you look at it. Really.
Even right up until
it's not a bad thing. Right?
A really late version of it, you could, if you were good, when he's walking up the volcano, you could get through his legs and underneath him.
Right.
And then you'd be stuck down there, and it would just follow you, watching you.
Scary.
I remember
you'd
that.
move, and it would kind of track away. Andy, what have you done? So what have you put on the boss?
And he doesn't mean to do it.
It's all subconscious. It's not his fault.
But we like to tease him because he gets flustered about it.
After he's had a few beers, he likes to talk about penises too.
Yeah, he does.
Like that,
he really does.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah. He does.
No one's arguing.
No one's saying no.
We've all been there at the table.
We should bring him in on the
after
interview.
A few drinks.
He's totally against it.
No. He'll be good.
So everybody should email Andy, andrew@q-games.com, and tell him to appear on the podcast.
Yeah. Andy.
Actually, it might be Andy.
It's probably just Andy.
It might just Andy. Sorry,
I think it's actually Andy. Yeah.
Andy.
andy@q-games.com. Email him today.
Yes, today. Do it now. Do it now.
He's going to get so much spam.
He likes it. He likes fan mail. Tell him how good his pictures are.
Yeah, because he's, I think, the genius behind the art.
If you're playing a PixelJunk game, you're playing Andy's art.
Yeah. Apart from me.
All right, yes, apart from me.
Yeah.
And Reese's.
And also,
he did part of the art.
And if you're wearing a Think Geek shirt, you're wearing Andy's art. So.
Yes.
That awesome intestines shirt.
Yeah, it's very good.
It's a little embarrassing, I think.
It's a bit embarrassing. It's great. Well, I want to see how it goes down in the summer. We're all wearing those t-shirts.
I want to just wear it out, partying for a night.
Yeah. Just see how it goes, doesn't it? The style is kind of that party sort of style.
Okay, so here's an idea. If you're feeling up to it, take a picture of yourself wearing
clothes.
Clothes. Wearing the Think Geek
naked pictures.
Intestines shirt in a public place, preferably in front of a famous landmark.
Oh, that'd be good.
And send it in.
Yeah, we'll Twitter it.
Yeah.
No, we won't do that.
We'll do something. We'll do something. We might give you something special.
Yeah, for the best picture.
Yeah. So send it in. Okay.
Hands are important.
So is there anything else you want to say about the final boss?
Well, yeah, so I wanted to bring up that cruel finishing move that you guys came up with.
That's all Kalin. Final point.
That was okay, because I was wondering actually how that happened, because...
that was just put in a line of code to make him cry when he was dying. Yeah. Because it just seemed like the right thing to do.
I love that it uses the fluid dynamics. And it hits the magma and goes and straight away it steams.
Yeah. And it was my sadistic idea to actually pull him off the wall as well.
Really, yeah.
So he's stuck there hanging on the wall.
So cruel, yeah.
That way you have to be the one.
And then Kalin balanced it out by putting the tear in his eyes, just to give you that sort of harsh.
And just at the last moment we got and actually if you look closely, the eye does like a little wobble, like a really sad wobble.
Yeah.
That Andy put in.
Really? Yeah. How long did he spend?
Well, there was nothing else to do at that point.
So he just put it in.
When he's not putting in Easter eggs, he's doing stuff.
And he's putting in Easter eggs.
Massive pink diamonds with a smiley face on.
That's not an Easter egg. That's just messes with people's brains, isn't it? Because with the amount of comments we've had from people who say, I'm looking for a diamond on that stage and it has to be that giant pink one. What do I do with it? What do I do? And they're like banging into the wall around it. And
it's so complex to get into that. I can't believe someone
that's
loads of people.
That's what Andy said, is that when he made it, he was like, I can't believe people have actually...
I thought that
you have to backtrack and go back in there.
And it was actually... and it was Andy who put in the creeper in the XMB background image when you're kind of hovering over the Shooter 2 icon in the XMB.
Well, him and Kalin especially are big Minecraft fans.
Oh, yeah.
Too much Minecraft.
Oh, yeah, a lot of Minecraft.
And so I said, actually, that's kind of, I mean, not officially endorsed, but I got an okay from the Minecraft people that we could put it in there. So it's just a little touch.
You sent a mail to Notch, did you?
To one of the guys, yeah. And he checked with Notch.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and we've gotten retweeted about by the Minecraft guys about those little hints that we've dropped in our Twitter feed.
Yeah. It's great that we can collaborate like that.
Just a little Easter egg. Okay, well, thanks so much, guys, for joining in on this discussion we've had about Boss 5.
No problem.
Do you think you'd be interested in showing up for another episode?
I think it sounds pretty good.
Did you enjoy yourself more than you thought?
Given what next week's topic is, I think you'll need the two of us in again.
Yeah,
it sounds like an interesting one.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely...
Get quite excited.
I'm definitely in for next week.
Well, so actually, there's been a little change in plans in that we're going to do... talk about the album, the Shooter 1 and 2 album, HFB PixelJunked, for next time. But the time after that, if we could have you on for multiplayer discussion.
Right. Multiplayer's going nowhere. So.
Yeah, so I can join. Yeah. So yeah, join in on the discussion for the time after next. We'd love to have you. So send in any fan-related questions specifically for the HFB PixelJunked album expose for next time by sending in emails to podcast@q-games.com. Visit our forums at pixeljunk.jp, and you can follow us on Twitter at PixelJunkRadio and at PixelJunkNews, which is kind of a general PixelJunk account.
Where we post random.
Yeah, random stuff. Like I posted a picture of one of our artists, Otomo-chan, today wearing one of our fancy shirts.
Yes.
So yeah, we do random fun stuff on there. You can also follow me on Twitter at Arielotti, ARIELOTTI. And actually, I'm doing a little bet with Jaymin right now. Whoever is the first to 1,000 followers will get something special. And so I'm being a little sneaky and doing this while he's not here. So yeah, follow me and don't follow Jaymin. So please.
Unfollow Jaymin.
Unfollow Jaymin and follow me. Yes.
That is quite sneaky, isn't it?
It is a little sneaky, but I feel like
you can follow him after she reaches 1,000.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah. Okay. So do you want to do this?
Although I don't support either. I don't endorse either of these two parties.
If I unfollow Jaymin, I'll miss out of weeks of tweets about donuts and where's the best place to
bagels.
No, I like that.
Where's the best place to eat noodles?
I like that, but I'm less interested in the programming talk. I think. And
anyway,
and our listeners can follow you at
Dylan Cuthbert, DYLANCUTHBERT.
Okay, well, thanks for listening, and this was PixelJunk Radio episode 8. Until next time, peace, love, and PixelJunk.
I thought it said Big Boss Exposed, like some big boss is going to expose himself.
It does kind of expose
because if you look at the bold before it says like tease to break. And
but you played Boss 5, right? You realize that he is slightly exposed.
He's completely exposed.
Yeah, there is a thing there.
He's completely exposed. So yes, so enjoy.
And you have to grab that with your hook.
Yeah.
Your feeler.
Enjoy high flying birds.
Give it a pull.
Enjoy
a little tug.
Give it a tug. Give it a yank.
Oh god.
It's got a Prince Albert.
Yeah, no, it really is.
In a can.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's firing so much of that stuff out.
Yeah, no, it's lava.
Okay.
It's actually bullets.
Yeah.
But anyway.